Okay, so I am at Kentucky in the Xfinity series of the NASCAR Heat 4 video game. I'm going to point out a couple things here before we get into a real lap. Notice the seats up here that have the pattern to them of a section of blue, a section of tan, a section of blue, a section of tan. That is important. When you are coming into turn one, here in this last section of tan seats, right in here is where you want to be getting off the throttle, okay? So that's where you're going to want to be off the throttle. Kentucky is a track that requires a tremendous amount of patience, and the tire wear at Kentucky is much more based on your driving style than I think it is about the setup. It is very tempting, and I think it's a big mistake that people make, is they use too much wheel. In other words, you're turning the car left more than you need to try to fight it through a turn. What you want to do is drive into the turn, back off at the appropriate point, turn the wheel to set the car, and leave the wheel there. Don't turn the wheel more as you get into the turn, you get on the gas. Let the car settle to a point that when you get back into the throttle, you can maintain that same angle of turn, and you're not having to turn it farther and farther to the left to get it to go around. You got to be out of the throttle a lot, and it takes a lot of patience to be able to do that, because what happens is if you turn that wheel more and more and more, you're just burning up the tires and you're scrubbing off speed because you're basically creating friction. Next topic, or next point on the track, these two porta-johns up here, the blue buildings, that is not your mark to get out of the throttle, but that is your mark to turn off the wall. You're going to have the car coming off the wall when you are passing those two porta-johns. So that is your mark here. And you might actually wind up being off the throttle a little bit even before the prescribed mark on the track. If you're looking at this suggested line here, just to be able to get it to settle down, and you want to be down near that yellow line. At Kentucky, you can get on the apron a little bit, especially on the exit of the corner. I really wouldn't recommend it necessarily through the middle of the corner, but on exit, you can definitely get down on the apron a little bit. Kentucky's a place where I think the wall can sneak up on you coming out of two, so that's something to be careful for. Listen how long I am out of the throttle. Then you want to keep it low. And I don't think I was up to speed on this lap when I hit the start-finish lines. I don't think this is going to be a real good lap. 31.2 wasn't bad, but I don't think I was completely up to speed. There's my point of getting off the throttle. I'm a little higher than I wanted to be in one, but I'm coming down near that yellow line on exit. This is a very stable setup. It doesn't get you out of shape very easy. You can make some mistakes. It's pretty forgiving. Yeah, this isn't going to be a great lap because I am too high there coming out of four. Give this one more shot here, see if I can get a decent lap. If you could see my hands, they are, as I call it, very quiet. So once I get into the turn, I just ease the steering wheel into the turn, and then that is pretty much it, and I am just staying there. And I got a very slow Justin Allgaier getting in my way. Yeah, that was a 31.09. That's not my best lap, but I think that's a pretty respectable lap, so let's go talk about the setup now. So on this setup, a couple things that I think are worth mentioning. Again, the bump and rebound, I adjust those to help when a car is tight or loose in a specific part of the corner, either middle, entry, or exit. And I've got separate videos on each one of those adjustments and how they impact a car in different areas of the corner. I am pretty low on the front weight and pretty low on the wedge. That is to help the car turn and to help keep from burning the right rear tire off of it. As I said, if you've got a setup that feels neutral, you're going to find you're burning the right rear tire off. You need a setup that actually feels tight to get decent tire wear. What else here? I was pretty aggressive on the right front camber and even more aggressive on the left front. That's because, again, I was burning the right rear tire off and it still felt tight, so that helps the car turn a little bit. The gearing is a 3.5, and that is a very low gear for a 1.5 mile track. But it seems like you're in the turn so much and you're out of the throttle so much, you need a low gear to be able to get the drive off the corner you want, or you're just going to get blown away on the straightaway. So that is the setup. If you've got any questions, please leave it in the comments. Other tracks or series that you'd like to see a setup for, let me know, and I'd be happy to throw up a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and do me a huge favor and like and subscribe. It would be a huge benefit to me, and I would greatly appreciate it.